Hey, welcome into Cajun Red Zone Radio, 103.7 The Game, CajunRedZone.com. We're talking to senior offensive lineman Mykhael Quave. And Mike, first of all, we're just kind of talking before the video here, and let's talk about what it's going to be like, playing and not seeing Dan in the locker room this year with you. First time in a long time.
It's going to be a different feel, but I'm mentally ready for it. Got myself prepared for it. Starting in the fall, I was just getting myself right because I knew that it was coming to an end. It was a great run. It was going all good things had to come to an end though, and we just enjoyed each other while we had each other. And now that he's gone, taking more of a leadership role with the team, and it's like he really helped me get ready for this position that I'm in now.
That's what I was going to ask you. You and Anderson really, the two of the starters on that line, but y'all really are the ones that's been in the program the longest. So now both of you guys probably are looking at you for a more leadership role.
We really embracing the role. Make sure the young guys know what they're doing. Get acclimated to the system. Just help them out with any of the problems that they might have. Just getting the team together. As an offense, for me and our training, just make sure the offense is on the same page. Working together to achieve our goals.
The last couple of years, Coach Roz talked about how fortunate it's been to play mostly the same guys, almost all the snaps, because y'all didn't have any injuries, really, or serious injuries. But this year you got a lot of younger guys back there, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for them to have to step up now in case somebody goes down.
And Coach Witt and the weight and strength staff is really really credit for us being injury free. Sometimes we might be lucky, but all the injury prevention stuff they do with us, prehab and stuff to make sure that our joints and our ligaments are good and stretched out. So if anything happens in the game, that it wouldn't be as serious as it could be.
And one of the things that you guys have done, like most schools do now, is wear those knee braces. And for you, that might have saved your knee last year in one specific game where you got chopped on special teams.
And I could just thank God because every time I look at that play, I was like, man, there's no way that I should have came out there with just losing. So I'm just thankful that nothing serious came of that.
Now you guys get rolling on y'all report on the 5th. And then 2 days, man. It's going to be your last 2 days in college. So, what about that, man?
Am I looking forward to it? Not really, but I'm embracing it because this is my last one. I've embraced the summer, I embraced the spring, and I'm just gonna enjoy it. Take it one day at a time, just one practice at a time, and just try to have fun and not think about the heat because I'm gonna get dark.
Well,
lose my complexion, like this caramel complexion that I have right now. I'm gonna lose it.
Well, you've been in Louisiana now 5 years, so by now you know what that heat's like down there.
The heat's no joke, man. And the humidity it takes it out of you, man. You just walk outside and it just slaps you in the face.
Mike, going forward, talk a little bit about obviously the offense is going to have, it's going to be the same offense, but you're going to have some subtle changes because Terrence is not going to be back there any longer. But you got Jamal back in skill. You got Mykhael, but you don't have Alonzo back. So there's going to be some changes here and there. But just talk about maybe what you kind of looking forward from this offense this year to kind of make their own mark.
I'm just looking forward to just watching our playmakers go. Elijah, everyone knows about Elijah. Everyone kind of knows about Jamal. But, he got hurt last year, and so I kind of feel like some people are sleeping on him. And I really just can't wait to watch these guys make plays. We have Al Rouse, Gabe Fugile, Jared Johnson, and you got Elfam and Torrey. So to help out with the running with Elijah, and it's going to be real fun watching these guys go to work.
And finally, just real quick, I know Sun Belt All-Conference teams were released this morning, and I expected to see Elijah there, but I expected to see a few more of y'all there, especially at the end of the season when you were All-Conference, last year. But for some reason, all ULs, you, Dominique, some of the guys got left off the first team. So is that going to be some motivation this year?
No doubt, because I kind of felt, a bit disrespected when I saw it, and it just made me want to, just get the pass back on and get back to work so I can prove that, you made a mistake putting me in the second team.
All right, man. We appreciate it, Mike, and we look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks for UL Media Day.
All right, see you then.
All right, man. Appreciate it.